Hi parents, this is Mr. Yu. I'd like to discuss one typical PSLE questions and sometimes appear in Primary 5 as these questions involves the water cycle. Let's look at these questions which appears in a recent P6C1 paper. And these questions might have appeared in past PSLE questions as well. So you can see here, Siu Ling put some hot buns inside a covered plastic box as shown below. She observed that there were water droplets on the buns after some time. Explain clearly why there were water droplets on the bun. So, as you can see here, let me use the pen to highlight to you. Students are to explain clearly. So explanation, it means that they have to give the reason why water droplets appear on the bun. And let us examine the questions and also the answer provided by this student, and let's analyze why her answers was not given the full marks. This is a 2-mark questions, so usually in PSLE or prelim paper, those questions which call for explanation, they are usually 2 marks. So the student wrote, the hot bun lose heat to the air in a plastic container, becomes cool. Air in the plastic container then touches the cool surface of the bun, lose heat. So as a teacher, I immediately identify that this student has totally a wrong concept. So what is the correct concept? The correct concept, you look at these questions. So let me dissect these questions for you using this color coding. Okay, first of all, the students need to understand that this is a plastic box. So in between the spaces between the bun and the plastic box, there is this thing called air. Air, although is invisible, but it can be seen, and this is related to the P4 topic of matter, solid, liquid, gas. So gas is does it have definite shape? No, it doesn't have a definite shape. Does it have definite volume? No, it doesn't have definite volume. So, but it's present there. So, because the temperature of the bun is hot, so student, when doing this question, is good to underline here hot buns or highlight it, hot buns. It means the temperature is high. So, assuming the surrounding temperature is about 28 degrees Celsius, 28 degrees Celsius. Okay, how do you think, how hot is the bun? Maybe perhaps they can heat up to 70 degrees Celsius. So there's this temperature difference of 70 minus 28. So as we know that heat flows from the area of higher temperature to lower temperature. So the surrounding air actually gets heated up by the surface of the hot bun. Okay, because plastic is a poor conductor of heat. So when the air or the water vapor gets heated up, when it contacts to the cooler surface of the plastic box, they will have this thing called condensation. So this is how the student should answer in this way, that the air around the hot bun gets heated up and loses heat to the cooler surface of the plastic box, or the cooler inner surface of the plastic box loses heat. Okay, they must put the word loses heat and condense to form tiny water droplets. And then because gravity will pull the droplets from the surface on the top and drip down to touch the surface of the hot bun. There's a model answer given by the school, and let's see what it says. However, I'm not so supportive of this answer, which I explained to you why. Okay, this is the answer provided by the schools. Let me circle it here. Okay, it says that the water in the hot bun evaporated into water vapor. The hot water vapor rose and touched the cooler surface of the box and lose heat and condense into water droplets. Okay, such an answer I find is not quite acceptable according to PSLE standard. So what I did is actually I text the teacher, one of the teacher I know in the school, and I forwarded my suggestion to her, and I hope that student can learn from this example. Okay, this is a condensed answer which I have written here, which I hope that the student can memorize it well. Okay, so this is the way that it should be answered. You may read out the answer verbally so that you can internalize it. The water vapor around the hot buns got heated up, and then the warmer water vapor lost heat to the cooler inner surface of the plastic box and condensed to form tiny water droplets, which falls back onto the bun. Okay, notice I put a bracket here. Due to gravity, that is optional, but actually that is a real fact, because without gravity, perhaps the water droplet will still be hanging on the surface. Yeah, so this is the proper way of answering this question. Let us take a look at this question again, which is a very typical PSLE science questions which may be tested in prelim. So once again, I'm using this software called class2.com to help students to learn beyond the classroom. And this is the earlier question which I've discussed. So there's a part B. Let's look at part B, what it says. Okay, part B, let's zoom in. Suggest what Siu Ling can do to prevent water droplet from forming on her buns. So in this case, it's very easy. You can remove the lid of the plastic box, or she can make several holes in the plastic box. So you notice here, suggest, right? Suggest means that you just give any suggestion. Okay, suggest means give any suggestion. You do not give the reason. No reason is required. So it says suggest what Siu Ling can do to prevent water droplets from forming. So the students have answered correctly. Remove the lid of the plastic box. However, if this question says suggest and explain, so after suggesting, you must give the reason. So in case such is being asked, how will you answer? You would say that the warm water vapor would be able to escape from the box and will not condense on the inner surface of the plastic box, which form tiny water droplets. So I hope that these questions can help many students and parents to understand the importance of answering the question in context. I warmly welcome students who like to be trained in answering open-ended questions both in P6 and P5 to consider joining this series of training on this public holiday, 19 April, 1st May and 20th May. I can be contacted at this number 8268-5299. I'm Mr. Howard Yu. This is my 5th time conducting such training for the past 5 years. So I warmly welcome students to come to my very nice and cozy learning center at Beauty World Center, just next to the Beauty World MRT station. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your learning, both in school as well as in PSLE. Goodbye and God bless.